Hey, what is up guys, Yuki here. Today we're going to be watching the official Call of Duty World War II Nazi Zombies reveal trailer. I have been waiting for this trailer for a long time. At the time of this recording, the trailer came out about 20 minutes ago, so it hasn't been out for long. So I'm very excited to see what is going to happen. Yay! Alright, let's watch the trailer. Let's see what happens. Let's go. Also, I'm going to be looking into the trailer a little bit more. What we're going to do is we're going to watch the whole trailer from beginning to end. Then we're going to go back on it again. But this time I'm going to pause whenever something interesting comes up, and I'll talk about it. Then you comment down below whether you agree or disagree with anything, and we'll have a nice friendly chat in the comments. Or you'll just spam me saying that I'm gay or something. I mean, number two is probably the most realistic option, but let's watch the trailer, guys. Let's go.
I have seen a vision of our Führer's future. The death of the old world and the birth of the new. Can you hear it? Drums. The drums of war. The march of progress. I have built more than just a new kind of soldier. I have created the devil himself.
Pre-order now and get access to the private beta.
Sorry. Okay, looks like we have a lot to cover in this one trailer. I think this trailer, if we really look in depth to it, will tell us a lot about it. With all the visuals and stuff. I mean, it's pretty vague, but I think especially the beginning will tell us a lot about the actual trailer. And plus, beta starts on August 25th. Yay! But guys, let's go look at the trailer. I'm gonna pause it whenever something interesting comes up. We're just gonna go for it, guys. Let's go. Okay, so the first part we're going to pause on is this trailer here. Now you may just be thinking, Andrew, this is just a trailer burning to somewhere with a dead guy. I mean, what does that really tell us? Well, what I think, with all the clues put together, this is just my theory so far. Hear me out. But the residents of the town up there were captured and turned into zombies, or were experimented on, and were eventually turned into zombies. Now, the reason I believe this theory is because, as you can see in the first town bit, there are flags. There are a ton of the same flag over and over again. Now, at first I thought this is the country that the game takes place in, or this part of the storyline takes place in. But then, when I saw that the town was completely empty, it made me a little bit suspicious. Now, normally I would think, oh, the town was just affected by the zombie outbreak and all that. But if that was true, the houses would be broken down, the windows would be smashed, and it would just look like more affected by the zombies. And there'll be some signs that people were trying to fight off against the zombies. There'd be like boarded up windows. There'll be like more blood on the streets. Maybe there'll probably be a couple of bodies or maybe a few bodies lying on the streets. But the town kind of looks like everyone just kind of left and then never came back. So it makes me to believe that all the flags are from the country are from the opposite side of the war. Like, I can't remember the two countries they're fighting in World War II exactly on the top of my head, but of course this belongs to. But of course, someone from their enemy went to invade the country, which indicates the symbolism of the flags, because the flags were literally everywhere, like the rooftops, and then maybe a few in, like strung up in the distance. They were hanging everywhere. So I think that is a symbol of the country that invaded this town here. And then after that, um, there were the scientists with them, and the scientists got the soldiers to round up the townsfolk, and after this underground lair experiment thing has been built, capture the townsfolk, take them down into it, experiment on them, and it goes wrong and it turns them into zombies. Again, I think the main argument for this will be that, oh, this, like, clearly there'd be a lot more of a struggle. But everyone all has gun. That was really stupid. Forget I said that. I think the main argument for that will be that I'm not entirely sure what the main argument would be because I'm not sure. But let me know what is wrong with this theory. I know it probably won't be right, but if there's a really slim chance that it'll be right, in which case, hallelujah, hallelujah. So yeah, guys, let's go back to where we were right here.
I have seen a vision of our Führer's future. The death of the old world and the birth of the new.
Okay, now that got me a thinking when I heard that. He said that he had a vision of the new world, of the death of the old world and the birth of a new one. So what that means to me is that the scientist, or we're just going to call him the main villain because he's the one who created all this, the creator of the zombies was experimenting, maybe something went wrong, and he passed out and had a vision. He had a vision that his country would lose the war. So he built this underground facility under this town to get the townsfolk and experiment on them to try to turn them into super soldiers that would help them win the war. And during that experimentation, he created zombies, and the zombies broke loose and then killed everyone. And maybe you are a former scientist from that exact um, position, yeah. From and maybe you're a former scientist, or maybe an American soldier who was sent down here due to all the townsfolk disappearing, believing they were held hostage. And then you end up in this place, and you end up surrounded by the zombies, and it's your job to get some intel and get out. That's what I think is going to happen so far, and then the storyline will continue from where you travel next. Or maybe a division was sent down here, you got split up, and it's your job to find out if they're dead or not and make it out alive. I think it has to do something with going in and getting out alive, honestly. I'm getting that kind of mysterious vibe, getting that line of like type vibe. You guys know what I think? I think that's what's going to happen. But I'm going to shut up now and we're going to watch a little bit more of the trailer.
Can you hear it? Drums.
Also, again, can you hear it? I found that very weird. It's almost like he's trying to communicate with the player. Like maybe he's trying to, maybe he has like a gang, and maybe you're one of the former scientists, and he's trying to convince you that what you're doing is right. Because maybe some of the scientists secretly were trying to put the operation out because, of course, it was morally wrong and they were killing the townsfolk. Or because, of course, there was a lot of failed attempts due to the body bag due to that corpse we saw earlier. He's obviously dead. Well, hopefully he's dead. Oh, missed that. And this is just something that I found really interesting. Here, as you can see, he's holding a gun. I don't know what gun that is for sure, but I'm pretty sure a gun nerd will roast me in the comment section about it. And as you see all the zombies here. Now, the zombies here, it's hard to see, but I don't think they're soldiers, per se. Because if you look here, I don't think they're wearing, like, traditional combat uniform, I think. I'm pretty sure they're wearing, like, just regular clothing. I don't think they're wearing army soldiers, and I think this is one of the American soldiers that was sent down here to investigate and grab some intel because they must have got intel about a secret weapon or super soldiers, and they thought, we'll send 4 American soldiers down to investigate. They investigate, get themselves caught, and their job is to grab some intel and make it out alive before they, get eaten on or something. I'm not sure. Let's continue with the trailer.
The drums of war.
Okay, my theory just got absolutely epically roasted. Um, as you can see here, he is in a fully fledged combat uniform. As you can see, he's got his hat on to represent his country, and he has got this kind of flask thing on. Maybe this is something that we need to collect for the Easter egg. Maybe he's maybe he's like a like a zombie boss and we have to defeat him or something. But first I thought all these were just the town residents, but maybe I am completely wrong. Well, I must be wrong because otherwise all the standard zombies wouldn't be wearing this uniform. Or maybe this is just like a one-off zombie and you need to kill him to grab the intel. At this point, it's all ideas are good ideas. So leave your comment in the comment section below. Also, if you have made it this far into the video, put in the comment section pancakes are delicious and see how many people will agree or disagree with you. And if anyone disagrees with you, you roast them or something. I don't know. Do what you want. I mean, again, this kind of further disproves my previous theory because here is another zombie in the fully fledged combat uniform. Maybe maybe these are the soldiers of the people who were maybe these were soldiers who were experimented on. Because I honestly believe experiments took place here, but maybe not of the townsfolk, but maybe of the soldiers, like leftover soldiers or soldiers who could no longer serve due to something that happened or something like that. But I believe some experiments happened here and it came wrong due to all like the science equipment, that deadly cage and stuff.
The march of progress. I have built more than.
Oh, hang on, wait guys. Oh, and the zombies have made it outside of the facility. As you can see, this zombie is really decayed and like just generally not looking good because his skull's exposed, both of his arms are chopped off, but of course he's still in combat uniform. So what this suggests is that the not only were they experimenting on the townsfolk, maybe all the experiments on this little town failed, and then when he started experimenting with soldiers, that's when they came wrong turn to zombies. Or maybe the town was, or maybe they killed everyone in the town like during the war, and the leftover soldiers who were taken prisoner were experimented on and turned into zombies. I mean, I'm still gonna heavily suggest that there was loads of experimenting because it looks like an underground scientist lab, and the dude that we saw in that coat didn't look very friendly at all. He looked like he was out to turn some people into zombies. So, and of course, I was wrong. I thought we had to escape the facility, but maybe we have to make our way down into the facility because, as you can see, we have this zombie on the outside, meaning there must be more than this guy walking around the town. Or maybe I'm wrong. Probably am. Just thought it was interesting.
I have built more than just a new kind of soldier. I have created the devil himself.
Now, he's saying that he's created than more than a soldier. He's created the devil himself. I think that implies that some satanic imagery is going on. Maybe after experimenting on a few soldiers and really being unsuccessful, maybe he tried communicating with the devil, and then after this, something unexplained happened, or something different happened, and then he experimented to turn everyone into zombies. I mean, maybe that's just a representation for him turning everyone into zombies. But I mean, ungodly godly forces are not unknown to be in previous zombie storylines, and I think they're taking quite a lot of inspiration from the previous zombie storyline. Because remember, this is a whole new storyline, so everything is new. Not everything, as long as it sort of makes sense. People may agree with you, people may disagree with you, and we can't make any connection to the previous zombies storyline. From what I've heard, maybe an article came out today as well saying that I had like a brief connection, but I mean, but as far as I'm concerned, it hasn't. So yeah. Now, ooh, now I believe this is a new type of zombie, like a boss type of zombie, so maybe like burns you when you get too close, because they looked very similar to the one that we saw outside of the town, but the only difference is they are on fire, which heavily suggests that um they're like fire resistant, or maybe they just run at you and try to like explode or something, like the zombie dogs kind of do when you like shoot them, they explode a little bit. If you shoot them when they get really close to you, maybe these are like something similar to the hellhounds where they spawn. They're weaker, but they run at you and like explode and try to kill you maybe, or they try and attack you. But if you shoot when they're close, they explode in your face, causing you to deal a bit of damage. I'm not sure though. Let's go back to when we saw the dudes running. Oh. And we see the two dudes running in another section of the game. Now, these dudes are clearly, I don't think these guys are actually in military uniform, which is interesting actually, very, very interesting. Maybe I'm gonna change my theory a lot here, but just hold on. Maybe what happened is after the town got invaded, these were four townsfolk that hid long enough to stay out of sight. And maybe the soldiers from that village were turned into zombies by the wicked experiments that were going on. But maybe these four guys, and maybe the zombies started leaking and started causing a threat to the people above, because clearly this is an underground facility. So maybe what happened is a few of the zombies slipped out, and maybe they were taken care of, maybe they were killed by the town's residents, because maybe a few survived, or maybe they killed them. Maybe the guys in this that we can see now, like this guy and the dude, shadowy dude here, killed them, and maybe it posed a threat to them, or maybe there's more people in the town that were in hiding. In the beginning shot, we saw the empty town. So maybe they're in hiding, and these four decided to investigate, got themselves trapped, and their job is to find out what's causing the zombie apocalypse and get back alive to maybe do something with this information, or maybe they'll be on the run from the scientist, because this information could maybe get the scientist possibly killed or jailed, so they can no longer focus on their research. So let's see. Also, one thing is the mace here. I believe this is going to be the strongest zombie. He's got a mace and some some other weapon attached to his hand here, or maybe he's holding something. Maybe he's probably one of the boss zombies where he attacks you with his mace, similar to the one we have to escape from Alcatraz, Mob of the Dead, where like the guy's like the nightstick and he like bashes you like the warden. Maybe he was someone important. Maybe he was like a friend of the scientist or someone who was watching over the experiments to make sure that they don't escape, or if anything goes wrong or they get increasingly violent, maybe it's their job to shoot them down, and they were turned into a main boss. So let's continue. Okay, so that's the full trailer, and here is my theory so far. So, just imagine this. Okay, so there's a town that was taken over by the enemy country. The soldiers of your country were held hostage, although no one in the town really knows where. And then all of a sudden, the zombies start appearing. A few zombies start appearing in the town. Maybe they were killed, and I believe that they were taken out by the guys that we saw, or the guys that we possibly control as. And then they wonder where all these guys are coming from, and or maybe they recognize like the equipment that they had, like the belt thing, realizing they were the soldiers. They wondered what happened to the soldier. So in the end, this and in the end, the four dudes were sent down to investigate and were captured by the inhumane experiments, and were trapped under there by all the zombies, and it's your job to find out what happened to them, or what experiments took place to turn them into zombies, and to escape, where maybe you're possibly chased down by the zombies which infect other cities that you try to run to, or maybe the zombies beat you to it because maybe you go back up, hide for a little bit, and the zombies travel to a different city where you try to travel to where someone you need to see is, and then you get possibly captured, or maybe you die or something, or maybe you get trapped there and the whole thing begins again, and your aim is to just get out or find some more clues. But I think the main aim of the Easter egg is to find out what experiments happened, and open that vault that we saw opening, maybe like the key to the infection, or maybe something, or like a part of the infection, or maybe where the majority of the experiments took place is in that vault. So your job is to open the vault, collect as much information as you can, or collect any information you can, get back out, and then possibly go into hiding or possibly run. So guys, hope you enjoyed this video. I know it was a really long one and I stumbled a lot in it. So guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Please like, share and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.